Apologies for the delay. I am on the road, so it's a little bit more challenging for me to break down these games. I'm going to give it a try. By the way, I'm still on the road tonight for game 2, but let's work on this. I think everyone is aware at this point that LeBron James was absent in the fourth period. Well, actually, he wasn't. It would have been better for the Lakers if he had been absent. Didn't need him with the turnovers and the shit defense. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna talk about Skip Bayless, and I know a go-to for all you LeBron tards out there is to call anyone who criticizes LeBron James, "Oh, you're just a Skip Bayless." Okay, that's fine. You can call me a Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless last night was talking about LeBron James maybe was intentionally not trying or not wanting to take shots to make a statement. And I got to tell you, for a minute there when I was watching the fourth, it reminded me of him on the Cavs before he went to Miami and he was accused of quitting on the team. I mean, the thing is, his body language is always so bad now. And his performances in the fourth are always so bad now. It's hard to tell when he's just doing it as a diva or because he just fucking sucks in the fourth. Maybe more important than any of that is that's not who you want on your team. Whether he just sucks because he sucks, or if he was like being a diva and trying to punish his own team, he'd rather make it about himself than help his team win. Either one of those is not who you want on your team. If you don't want someone on your team, that person can't be the GOAT. But you know, either way, here come the excuses. And I just gotta ask you LeBron fans, do you really not get tired of it? Do you just not get tired of it? Even if it really was other people's faults. Even if it was always someone else's fault, which you got some delusional thinking that in 21 years, it's somehow managed to always be other people's faults. Even if it was everyone else's faults, you've got to get tired of the excuses. How can you have an unlimited tolerance for excuses? Oh, because you're the exact same way. All your shortcomings in your life, you explain through excuses. You didn't come up short. There was something else to blame. That's what a LeBron fan is. The night that I went live just to express myself and celebrate with you guys, the first thing I had heard came out of Kendrick Perkins saying that the Nuggets have the best starting five in the league. Right, and funny thing is, one of those guys who is part of the best starting five in the league wasn't good enough to be on LeBron's team. All these people, when they go to other teams, suddenly are good, but on LeBron's team, oh, look what the crap LeBron has to deal with. You know, they've got this seemingly bottomless bench. I mean, it just keeps going and going and going. Even with guys hurt, they have plenty of people to choose from. And now Christian Wood is coming back. I'm like, how do they have this many people on one roster? If Reggie Jackson was on the Lakers, you LeBron fans would be annihilating him. Oh my God, Reggie Jackson. The Lakers have the luxury of Dinwiddie coming off the bench, Prince and Vincent coming off the bench. Are you kidding? You got D'Lo, Reeves, Hachimura, Davis in your starting five? Oh, I'm not that familiar with Watson, but I tell you what, if Watson was on the Lakers, you know what LeBron fans are going to say. So don't try and make Watson out to be something great. I saw Watson stinking it up out there. Reggie Jackson was stinking it up out there. The next thing I heard was D'Lo going 6 for 20, which is what LeBron did against the Pelicans. The difference is LeBron James was praised for his 6 for 20, while D'Lo is taking the blame for a 6 and 20 performance. Let me add to that. LeBron James made 10. He made 4 more shots than D'Lo, but he did his job. Come on. It goes deeper. D'Lo's shots were more difficult than LeBron's shots. They were. The next excuse that I heard this morning was that LeBron was tired. He was gassed because he gave so much in the first half. He didn't have anything left for the second half. If you can't play two halves of basketball, you're not a professional athlete. You don't belong on the floor. The last time they played was Tuesday, and then you played Saturday. That's enough rest to play 5 straight games without resting. I'm so sick of these guys and their fucking constant need for rest. They rest more on the floor than they play basketball. And then what did I hear? I heard he gave them all of this in the first half, so he said, here, you guys do it in the second half. Well, even if that's true, that's a terrible attitude. But look at him. Look at LeBron giving his all in the first half. Actually, it looks to me like he's already saying, here, you do it. Look at this. Here, you do it. I'll be over here next to half court watching. That's LeBron giving his all. Oh my God, no wonder he's gassed. When you have a teammate who is struggling, the inspiring story later is to hear that you helped that teammate in some way. You either said, I have faith in you, I know you're going to come around, or you take over. You act like an actual GOAT for once, and you step up. That's the difference. When you have the actual GOAT on your team, that's how you get through situations like this when somebody is struggling. Not go diva mode, not focus on yourself, not try and make an example out of somebody, not try and find a way out of a situation that you know you're not good enough to win in the first place, but you can at least blame somebody. I'm going to talk about LeBron's turnovers in a minute, but before we do that, did you notice how many times LeBron was scored on? Did you notice how many times the other team said, oh, it's LeBron, here's a scoring opportunity? How's that not factor in? How is that not being mentioned? You know, I was thinking about LeBron's 7 turnovers. 7? I mean, a handful of turnovers is hard for a team to overcome, but the analysts aren't even talking about these turnovers. 7? But then I really started to put it into context, because when I'm playing basketball and a teammate turns the ball over, I was thinking, you know what, that hurts way worse than when a teammate misses. You know what I'm talking about? It's demoralizing. I mean, people miss. You kind of expect people to miss. You know, you don't want them to miss, but when someone misses a shot, you're like, yeah, okay, it happens. But when you turn the ball over, you didn't even have the chance to miss. And you can't narrow it down to one person missing, because when you turn the ball over, you took away the opportunity for all of the teammates to have an opportunity to score. You just threw away the entire possession. Forget that you took your chance and didn't score. You didn't even get the chance. LeBron did that 7 times. 7 times. And when LeBron turns the ball over, not only does his team not get their points, the other team usually scores. Point being, turnovers are more demoralizing than missed shots. LeBron had 7 of them. LeBron had 7 of them. 2 at the end. 2 when the Lakers were trying to make a late run. Did you see how Anthony Davis was mauling Jokic and getting away with it? And when they finally called Anthony Davis, he got in the ref's face and deserved a technical. Furthermore, did you hear the announcer? The announcer made it seem as if Jokic always complains. I mean, maybe he complains. Everybody complains now, but I don't really think of Jokic as a complainer, at least not in the context of the Lakers. To call out Jokic as, oh, well, what's new? He's always complaining. Really? When the Lakers are on the floor, you're going to talk about Jokic complaining? By the way, if you're waiting for me to say something about the Warriors being eliminated, quite frankly, I'm relieved. I'm tired of seeing Steph Curry have to carry that team through miracles just to advance. And if the Warriors don't get rid of Clay and Draymond this offseason, just don't even bring the Warriors up anymore. I can't afford to cheer for an organization that fucking dumb. Consider this. There's a very good chance that Mike Malone said, These guys are going to whine. Get ready to run. Every time that they're whining, get down the court and make them pay for it. Sometimes the refs are going to bail out the Lakers. Well, I mean, a lot. But all the times that they don't, let's make them pay for it. If you're on the team that whines, you're on the team that has a shit leader. If the other team's coach can take advantage of the fact that you stand around and whine, you are on a team with a bad leader. This is off topic, but I want to talk about it. Anthony Edwards being likable in a press conference. Anthony Edwards as the face of the league. I'm not even going to talk about him playing his game. He came in that press conference and was speaking swiftly and intelligently. You could understand him. He wasn't looking at the ground. He didn't have a hoodie over his head. He wasn't mumbling with his ass slouched down in the chair. And he was just spilling it, spitting it out, sounding like he actually knew what he was talking about. It was refreshing, and no time wasted with the extra dramatic bullshit. Hey, let's go to LeBron James's press conference. First thing out of his mouth. Repeat question to buy himself time. Dude, your fucking arrogant ass isn't more intelligent because you put emphasis on the bullshit that's about to come out of your mouth by going, But LeBron isn't even the worst. Like, most of these dudes act like they can't even be bothered to be there, just all fucking like falling out of the chair or asleep on top of the desk and shit, like, I can't believe I have to be here, and I'm too cool for school. Thank you, Anthony Edwards, for fucking acting like you know how to talk, for representing basketball players who still know how to answer questions without sounding like complete fucks. By the way, I liked that KD could smile, that he and Anthony Edwards could go back and forth, laughing it off, talking a little trash, because they were both balling. And for all you who hate on KD, I'm not in his corner necessarily, but you know the difference? You don't ever see LeBron James taking the most difficult guard on the other position. He doesn't take the most difficult assignment. At least KD was trying, instead of hiding safely and waiting to blame other people. This is the ESPN halftime panel. Come on. Holy moly. Gee, no bullshit will be spilling out of the mouths here. Did you see the highlight that these people chose for their halftime highlight? LeBron James with a wide open, uncontested dunk. Okay, I'm sorry. There was someone else on the screen with him who didn't contest him. That's the highlight of the half? Not Jamal Murray dunking on LeBron? Hey, forget that anyone did anything to LeBron. You can't find something better than LeBron James doing an underhanded goddamn layup. In summary, LeBron was a defensive liability. He not only played poor defense, he not only didn't make the effort to hustle back and try to contend against Jokic's slow motion dunks. He was targeted. Anyone that LeBron was guarding got to score. 2. LeBron James made 10 shots. D'Lo made 6. How is that the difference between being crucified and saying that the other person did everything you could ask for? 3. LeBron James quit. You could see that he quit. If we can see from home that he quit, you know his teammates can feel that he quit. 4. 7 turnovers isn't just 7 missed opportunities to score. 7 turnovers isn't just a 4-point swing, maybe a 5-point swing in some cases, multiplied by 7. It's demoralizing. It's exhausting. When you see your teammate just throw the ball away, when you finished hustling, when you finished making a defensive play, when you're about to make a comeback, and he just throws the ball away. That's way worse. That's way worse than a guy missing a shot. Finally, stop being so damn predictable. Stop being the guy that we know before the 4th period arrives, you're not going to show up or you're going to blow the game. You're not proving anything by trying to throw D'Lo under the bus. You're already that guy, LeBron. We already know who you are. I'm sorry I couldn't do more film breakdown. I'm on the road, as I said, my laptop can't handle it, but I will be doing game footage breakdown when I get back.